All I ever want. No. All I ever need is Mania. This Saturday morning, we're marking out on Markout Mania.
Yes!
Hola, amigos.
That was awesome.
Welcome to Mark. Oh, Mania.
Markout Mania. Morning, boys. How are you?
I was just figuring that song out like right before, like literally right before we went on the air right now. So
that's the great. That's our real great gimmick is me trying to throw curveballs at Pedro about singing Markout Mania to different obscure songs from the past.
I love the way you went. No. It's like, no, it's not over. No, I don't like that one. Stop it. No, let's go. That was hot.
Oh my
good job, Pedro. That was a good job. That was a good job. I like that.
So welcome everyone to Markout Mania. We are in October and still rocking out scary Halloween type of things. We hope you enjoyed last week's fantasy booking of the WWF Halloween Havoc. In case you haven't checked that out, please do.
Yeah,
that was
stuff.
A lot of fun. In great WCW fashion, we spent too much time on the early part of the card and ran out of time at the end.
It was booked just like Kevin Sullivan would do it.
I mean, hey, at least we ended the show and not like Goldberg versus Sting, went off the air.
Yeah, exactly. Our pay-per-view didn't go off the air, so it was good.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that was
I was upset. I was watching.
Yeah. Wild Bill Irwin was like, see, I took 5 minutes too long on purpose.
That's why pay-per-views were like $39.99. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I think they were $40 back then.
Yeah. I was like, I paid $40 just to shit get cut off on the air.
Yeah. Also, we want to give a shout out to Dante Oblivion. He's going through some things at the moment, and he is the architect and kind of, I guess you could say, the head honcho. Yeah, they're at the Way Too Real podcast.
Definitely big shout out to Dante and the crew.
Party. Yeah, so much love to Mill, CJ, Melissa, and Dante. We can't wait to have you guys back on the air again.
Absolutely. You guys are dearly missed, and I know that it's coming back on the air. I have no doubt. So you just take care of what you need to take care of, Dante, and all will be good. No worries, brother.
Oh yeah, I wish Dante all the best. I feel like this podcast owes a lot to the Way Too Real podcast.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
We all used to chat in the chat rooms and joke about doing this show. And
it's a spinoff.
He had me like on the show a few times, on the Way Too Real podcast a few times. Y'all have been on the Way Too Real podcast via calling in and so forth. It's like he used to give me technical advice on how to do it. So, I mean, this podcast owes a lot to Dante and the Way Too Real podcast. And much love and appreciation for them. And I hope everything is okay. And that's the most important thing is just getting your life in. And we'll all be here for when you come back. Ready to Lucha Click party with y'all, and much love.
Much love to Way Too Real, everybody over there, and the Lucha Click, Lucha Underground party. Please take care of business and hurry back because we definitely miss you guys. Much love.
Yeah.
So
it
was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was the Jay Strong show, right?
He's not bad at being creepy.
No, that was an awesome vignette at the beginning too.
Oh yeah.
He's really pretty good at that creepiness and that just kind of destructive type of god complex character type thing. I mean, he's really playing it up.
I hope WWE was watching because that's how you build a show around a character, and it worked and it got over. That's how you do it. Because he was on the show from beginning to end. It was all about it was the Drake Strong hour. He killed it. And he did everything right. He did the vignette right. His matches were right. He was in the ring, and I was like, he's finally getting the muscle push that everybody thought that he was going to get eventually.
Yeah. I think they wasted a little bit of time with Aerostar and Drago. That could have been more productive for those two guys.
Okay, I can see that.
I feel a couple of weeks ago, but
I feel more like they waited too long to do this vignette or just a vignette with him because him being in a vignette and it turning out so well really put him more into the Lucha Underground universe than we felt he was before.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if they'd had just some kind of vignette with him in earlier, we would have maybe felt more like he part of the universe than he just felt. Because up to this point, he just kind of felt like a dude that maybe some of us didn't want in there. So.
And now he's become must-see TV.
And I have a question on that vignette. So, one, Papa Cueto, very kind of respectful, maybe fearful of Jake Strong. And then there's that weird bit towards the end of that vignette where Jake Strong's like, and this isn't your temple anymore. This is my temple. Like his voice became demonic. His voice became demonic, and I was like, "Does he possess a god or something in him?"
It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I was taken back a little by the voice. I was like, "Oh, check that out. That's kind of cool." And then I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing about the demonic possession.
Meef is saying that Jake Strong might be the limo man.
Hey, you know what, Meef? I can't argue that. I like the way that sounds. He could be. He could be. Could be. I wouldn't be shocked if he's not, or if he is, I should say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. And then they come out and and then they had the Gift of the Gods Battle Royal. Now I was like, okay, everybody knew Jake Strong was going to go over on this. Okay, I'm like, yeah, it's a formality. And then all of a sudden, opening the door and walking down the steps is Dante fucking Fox.
Right.
I was like, what? I actually marked out. I was like, yes. I was like, that's it. He's going to win. I was like, that's it. It's a wrap. Obviously, here comes Strong wins. Do you think they did it wrong? Or do you think it was right how they did it with Fox coming out? And then even though he came out, he still got eliminated. I would have loved to see Fox go over in that. But it just affirms that Jake Strong is on a roll right now.
And it was super exciting to see Fox back, too, because, we've missed him from the outset of the season.
Right.
And like everybody said, he was hurt. It's like it's great to know that that they were looking out for his best interest. But it's like God, we need more Dante Fox in Lucha Underground. Because how would a match with Son of Havoc, Willie Mack against Dante Fox and Killshot be?
Oh my God! Yes. Yeah. What? Please, please.
That's a great. That could be a great match.
That's an hour match by itself, right there.
Oh yeah. It's kind of sad that a little bit sort of like with Chelsea Green and now with Dante Fox, is some of this they're coming in so late in the season there's like stuff we won't get to see. You know, like we're gonna want more. We're not gonna get more from this season. Well, on Reclusa, we won't get more at all.
No, because apparently she was spotted in an NXT performance in a T-shirt. So
yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
She's on the WWE
she was officially
website,
announced.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of interesting because she must have had some, like very short deal with Lucha Underground, because I would have thought that would have been announced until after.
Right, after the season finished, right? Right. Well, because I thought she's amazing in Lucha so far. So, but I liked I did like the Battle Royal match. It was cool. I actually liked the gimmick at the end. He was like, I want nobody eliminated. I want to take them all on again. I definitely like that. Okay. He's got this monster thing going on. And yes, now I think he might be possessed by a demon or a god. Who knows?
Right.
But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good. So far, it was good. And then he released my boy Exolicious. They need a new tag team, right?
And, and as I've said many times, he and Evilise are fools to trust Joey Ryan. I mean, he had
yes, you've been saying that.
He had Cortez. He ratted out Cortez. He had Mr. Cisco. He set him up to get murdered.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
Murdered. He's dead. Bludgeoned with the bull statue.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Bye-bye.
And this is the guy that you want to trust your backside to. Out of nowhere.
So he's mysteriously not there. He's gone, right? So they need a new tag team partner, right?
Well, we know why. We know why Joey Ryan's not there.
Why is he not there?
They're selling the White Rabbit, like choking him out to bloodiness.
Right.
Oh yeah.
If he's not joining the White Rabbit tribe already, if he's not joining the tribe, maybe, who knows? Because just like Zeus says, because you can't trust him. So they're going to announce this new partner. I was hyped up. I was amped. And who comes down the stairs? Sammy G. I'm like, oh. I wasn't hot for that. It didn't excite me. Nothing went on. I was like, really? I was about to throw my popcorn at the TV and spit up my beer. But the segment and the day was saved by the amazing Famous B. How do you not love that segment right there? He
bringing Purple back.
Yes. What? Oh, I was talking about bringing Purple back. Hernandez with them stupid velvet tights again. I don't want to go there, but okay.
Oh, man.
I got two words for him. I got 2 words for Hernandez. Okay, just go away. Anyway, so here comes Famous B, and he got that ridiculous contract. That was awesome. That was awesome, man, with all the tabs and everything. But that was hot. He saved the whole segment, and now I got to warm up to Sammy G. I'm not feeling it. Guys, are you feeling Sammy G?
In a way, a little bit, but once again, we haven't had much character exploration.
Right. I was like,
I mean, I like him, and he's kind of like, you don't want to. I mean, it's kind of, with some time to develop, this could be good, but I mean, it, just kind of. I mean, it does make sense.
It does, but
it does make sense because
it was set up in a way to bring somebody new in at that point. It was set up just like, it was the perfect setup.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't disagree with you, James. Sammy, he's one of those guys that maybe a few years down the road we may like him more, like with more seasoning or whatever. But he's so baby face and. Like in terms of his appearance, and he just has like a bunch of high spots, really.
Yeah, it just seems to me like 3 weeks ago he was full blown heel, and I comes in with that stupid little tight jeans and the hat, and I'm like, really? No.
Yeah, and that's not his fault. That's
right. I know.
Yeah,
I think we need some continuity and some, like I said, more exploration of character and
I
personality.
totally agree.
Development. We need development
I
and
agree.
Context.
I agree with both you guys. I
Yes.
totally agree. It was just, I just felt like
Which
I
means
was
we need
set
a
up.
longer season.
Right. Yeah. There you go. I just felt like I was set up and it was a perfect opportunity to bring back somebody old or somebody new, you know?
Yeah.
It was that
Because
perfect,
it's
you know.
Because it's
Like-
almost like, it's like we have, the end of the year. Damn it. Ultima Lucha is it's almost been just like slapped in our face here. It's like hey, get
I'm
ready,
sorry,
season's
Zeus.
almost over. It's like whoa, no, we're not ready for that yet. We got to stretch this out some more.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, Zeus, but Meatloaf just called Sammy G. He called him Lucha Bieber. That's hot. That's hot. I'm sorry, Zeus. Go ahead. That's hot. That's hot. No, Zeus. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so, but then we have Jake Strong against Johnny Mundo.
Oh yeah.
Now, I thought the match itself was great.
Oh yeah.
I was impressed because you know how Strong always has to oversell for the smaller guys.
Yeah. Not so much for Johnny.
Not so much for Johnny, and it looked like Johnny was, it looked like he was a little stiff in a couple of shots, and he sold it. He took it, and I thought it was a great match. I thought it was good pacing. Did you like the decision to put Strong over?
They have to at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't not at this point, and plus, like
they have to commit to the story.
You can easily say that Johnny's still, reeling from losing the title last year
and his wedding debacle,
and
right.
He's lost two good friends, in Evans and and then his former M&M partner. And the wreck of his wedding, and so he's had a mentally exhausting type of season. So and he did take a tough loss from Luchasaurus earlier this year too.
That is true. Mm-hmm.
Well, and if there was a time to have Jake Strong take a loss, it was against Aerostar and Drago in the Nunchuck match, in my opinion, because it was very credible for him to lose that match because he's fighting two people who are supposed to be masters with fucking nunchucks. And they're like hitting double team moves and all these crazy high spots on him. It's like he could have taken that loss and then got it back easily, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or what would have even been here. How about this idea? Like Phoenix comes in to interfere for Strong, and it backfires, and he ends up causing, Storm to get pinned on top of all that. So even then, Strong would get this, save face, and then, Phoenix is still the asshole.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that sounds good.
When they didn't do that, they had him go over them in those circumstances. The push isn't. He's not dropping a loss unless it's at the end of the season. He's not dropping a loss.
How far do you push him now?
Right. Yeah, because plus he's in the 6 to survive match.
Yeah.
Or seven now.
Yeah, 7. How far do you go with this story, guys? Do you go all the way to the final? I mean, is he a viable contender to make it to the final?
We're only 2 weeks away from Ultima Lucha, so
yeah,
it's gotta end there, one way or the other.
The season's ending so soon.
Oh my god, I know. I feel like it just started.
I know.
It'll be over. What?
I know. After waiting so long.
November 7th, I think, is when it'll be over.
They have a 2-hour special, don't they, coming up?
Yeah, the first one's on Halloween, right?
Yeah.
and then
Ultimate Lucha starts.
That was 2 hours long.
Halloween.
One of them was 2 hours long. I know that.
the
I think
last
they're
one,
both 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one's not.
No.
No, I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. They may both be, but I'm just saying. I know. Like they said, there'll just be 2 weeks of Ultimate Lucha. So the first one's on Halloween, so that makes sense. The last episode is the November 7th, and that'll be 2 hours for sure because it always is.
God, man, it's ending so soon. Man. This is brutal.
No.
Yeah.
What the hell are we gonna do without Lucha?
That's for off the air talking. No,
Because on November 10th, it was on November 10th on my birthday.
oh wow.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, unbelievable.
I'm breaking up here.
Oh,
Yeah, Zeus, you're right there? Everything all right? Check 1, 2.
hello.
Hello, Zeus? Oh, he's breaking up.
Let me see.
When
Oh, there he is.
Double Y, double H is
Matt,
saying that Aerostar and Drago are splitting? No,
Um,
don't tell me that.
I don't know what's going on with them. There's been cryptic posts and stuff for a while on social media from both of them. I don't know what's going on.
It better be at work, YYHH. It better be at work. Hey, Zeus, you still there, buddy?
Oh my God.
Zeus?
my internet,
Oh,
my Wi-Fi was out.
oh, your Wi-Fi was up?
No.
Can we
Wi-Fi?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought Lucha
Yeah,
gave proper
what I was
time.
Yeah, it was on my birthday on November 10th when the season 4 teaser trailer with Johnny Mundo came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So roundabout way, it's almost a full year.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much exactly almost. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they were dropping trailers, and then they were dropping hints, and they were doing this, and then the season premiere, so all the way to November. Wow, that was a fast season. That was a fast season already.
Yeah, well, we kind of knew it was only going to be somewhere, 20 to 24 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it was like season 2. So, hopefully we won't have a big gap between this season and the next one, because I know they're going to, they're going to have to deal with the people who want to go.
If they were going to if it was going to be filmed only 24 episodes, wouldn't it make sense to film season 4 and 5 or almost back to back? The
reason, I mean, I think the reason why they didn't do that is because how many of these people are not going to be there? The next
Hello?
Freddy Krueger is on the show. I heard his close.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Markout Mania podcast is officially haunted. What the hell is going on here?
Is it because I have that fake Freddy Krueger glove in my room? Oh my God!
Hello, is everybody still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, I was getting scared.
the scary wrestling gimmicks trying to come in. That's what.
Yeah, because Abdullah the Butcher with his fork, he was stabbing the Wi-Fi router.
He's scraping the fork against something like.
But yeah, I mean, you could have filmed a whole bunch of stuff, and then you could have chopped out wrestlers in the editing room. Okay, like he doesn't work. This story's not gonna happen. Just as a heads up or a start. But I did like the way LU gave. They actually gave a lot of time to Strong and Mundo. I was very impressed. It was over 25 minutes. I was like, very good.
That was a good match.
Another good episode. We're progressing. We're it's like the enjoyment and dread all in one for Lucha Underground.
It's good. Good stuff.
All right, so what we also wanted to talk about today was the scary gimmicks in wrestling. Like what legitimately scared you, not just gimmicks that are meant to be scary. You know, like Abdullah the Butcher is not like a supernatural, you know, Undertaker type of person, but I mean, he's fucking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, back in the kayfabe days, everybody thought wrestling was real, and like all these characters were real. Like as you see them on TV. So I used to be scared shitless of Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans. I mean, here are these two huge guys that were constantly mean. Their hair was all over the place. They came out barefoot. Okay, I was like, how can you walk around barefoot? They were huge and they beat the shit out of everybody. And I was like, wow. No, that they were, I mean, obviously now, the Seekers got exposed. How they sold everything, but that was probably their gimmick. But I thought they were indestructible. I was like, wow, everybody's hitting them and they don't even move. They don't even blink. And when I was young, my older cousin used to tease me. He said, if you keep bothering me, I'm going to take you to the alley where Alpha and Sika live. And I'll leave you there both by yourself in the dark alley with the Wild Samoans. And that used to scare the shit out of me. So I used to be on my best behavior around my cousin only for that reason. And, every time I watched WWF TV, I didn't want to see the Samoans because, I was actually scared of them. It was brutal. It was brutal. It was brutal. Because it was like Zeus said, nobody can hurt them.
Yeah. They did. They no-sold everything. They didn't, and I mean, you're talking about like when I was seeing them in Georgia. They came to Georgia a couple times in the like late 70s and early 80s, and it's like, oh Jesus, who can do anything with those guys? Nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the thing. Is like they weren't wrestlers. They were monsters.
And they had Captain Lou as their manager, and the guy had rubber bands in his face. I'm like, what the hell is going on with these people?
He didn't show up with them in Georgia when I saw him, but I mean, when you look back at their classic run in WWE,
he didn't show up with them until the late '80s with them, right?
I don't think so, because I think they kind of retired sometime around in the early to mid '80s. They were pretty much done.
They were done in the '80s, yeah.
In
the mid '80s,
yeah. Then by the mid '80s,
Captain Lou was with them on their last run, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then because like that kind of, if you look at the, it looks a little racist to be honest, but like the scary Samoan gimmick went from the Samoans to the Islanders.
Yeah.
And that was Haku and Tama, who was the Tonga kid.
Yeah.
And then they were never able to beat Demolition. Their heyday was against Demolition, and that was some crazy heel versus heel matches.
Yeah.
And
those are physical.
And also that the Tonga kid was a very good high flyer.
Yeah.
But still they had that unbeatable persona. And then after that, we got the Samoan SWAT team, which used the Halloween music.
Yeah, that's right. Yep,
you're right.
That's right.
And so, they played that.
How did they get away with that?
They played that royalty free for years.
Yeah.
And,
there you go, Pedro.
And they were scary as well because they were even better high flyers. They were two of the fastest guys for their size.
They were actually good in ring talent. They could go.
Yeah. They were in world class. They were world class champs. They were one of those teams that was like a tag team champion like everywhere except NWA, WCW.
Yeah.
And of course, you talk about other scary gimmicks. The Road Warriors, when they first started, cutting the mohawks in their hair and wearing the paint and everything.
Oh yeah, in the early '80s, yeah.
And you know, of course, I've been been blessed to see them a couple of times and see, got to meet Animal last year, and Precious Paul is actually coming to WrestleCade this year.
Cool.
Keep driving the stake in me, Zeus. Go ahead.
I know, man. Every day, every day, it's getting better.
Me. I know, he's killing me. I'm telling you, watch. I'm gonna pull a no-show in New York. I'm a no-show Thanksgiving.
There weren't a 24-hour plane delay here.
Yeah, it was a snowstorm in Orlando. I got stuck.
There you go.
And I ended up in North Carolina. Don't ask me how.
Yeah. Sabu was scary too.
I first saw him. I remember when he came in the ring with the Hannibal mask.
Yeah, did they roll him out on the dolly and everything?
Yeah, on a fucking dolly.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
911 used to roll him out on a dolly.
Yeah,
and I would be like,
weighed as much as Sabu.
Yeah, exactly, if not more. Because and that guy, he scared the shit out of me. The first time I saw him live, I was like, whoa. You know, I was like, he's the last person you want to get into a bar fight with, you know? Because I thought he was legit scary. Then I finally heard him talking and ruined it. You know? Brutal. I'm like, oh, he can't speak English. I was believing the whole kayfabe shit the whole time. Because, you know, I was enamored by his look, and he did the most unbelievable shit in the ring that I've ever seen in my life. At that time, you know?
Yeah,
because at that time, you know.
He was the original Sheik's nephew.
Right, yeah.
Who was a crazy bastard.
That guy was absolutely nuts.
He was an evil, crazy bastard. You know, and he would do whatever he wanted to do. I mean, you know, he would run around, be crazy. He would blade people. He would stab people. He would, shove referees around. I mean, he was really, he was really, one of those wild men. And then he could go in there and, he would cut a promo. Sabu never cut a promo.
No, never.
He just grimaced and looked mad, and he would get mad, and that was the great thing about him and Rob Van Dam. It's like no matter how scary he was, he didn't scare Rob. Rob was just like,
whatever. He's cool.
It's like, look, Sabu, it's okay if you're gonna carry my bags and everything, but look, when it's time to come to the ring, you got to give me all the belts, even the ones that you won.
Yeah. I remember watching some of Sabu matches in FMW. Oh my God. I was like, this is insane. This guy's absolutely nuts. He's crazy. Abdullah Butcher's crazy. Yeah, that flaming barbed wire match was ridiculous.
I bet you our video probably made like $400,000 off that tape alone.
Who didn't have that tape? Everybody had that tape, Everybody had that. God. Everybody had that tape, and the IWA King of Deathmatch, all from our video. Everybody had that tape. Everybody wanted to see Leatherface.
Remember my God, Leatherface! Yeah, with the chainsaw.
Yeah. It was a real chainsaw too. Yeah, the real chainsaw. I thought he was going to hack up Terry Funk one day. I'm like, you got to be shitting me. He's going to hit him with the fucking chainsaw as it's moving?
How many horror movie gimmicks have they done in wrestling? There's a Leatherface. There's a Jason. There's a Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, there's the fucking Chucky himself showed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's been so many horror gimmicks in wrestling. It's like, unbelievable, but like half of them aren't as scary as the real actual characters. Like Abdullah the Butcher was actually scary, even though he was a real nice guy, but he was scary as hell. He was scary.
You're talking about when we thought stuff was real. Like, I never got to think wrestling was real, as we've talked about before, but right. I remember seeing his pictures in the magazine and thinking, this has to be real. Like he has to be real, right?
Yeah, all the scars, all the scars in the forehead.
Those scars on the forehead, the blood, you see him with like it looks like he's jabbing something into like someone's eye. You're like, oh,
him and Carlos Colon had the most brutal matches. I mean, they were like, I mean, you could have stuck quarters in Carlos Colon's forehead, and it would have stuck there. It was brutal. Brutal.
Neith mentioned James's scariest wrestler.
What's that?
Your most Lex Luger.
Lex Luger scared me, Meef, huh? Yeah, good job, Meef. Yeah, he scares me too. Trust me.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper now.
Yeah, he looks brutal. I mean, I hate Lex Luger, the wrestler, but now I heard he's turned around. I mean, I feel bad for him. You know, all the shit he went through.
Yeah.
You know, he's in bad shape. So, you know, God bless to him now. But fucking Lex Luger, the wrestler, that arrogant prick, suck balls. And you know what? That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Yeah, he was scary. You know, like the Undertaker has a scary gimmick and shit like that. But again, it's not scary as like the real people. Some of them are scary. Like how about Waylon Mercy? That guy. He looked like a rapist. All right, he was brutal.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Dan Spivey, who had wrestled in a WCW Halloween Havoc. So he was not eligible for last week's WWF Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
Bruiser Brody was definitely scary. Yes, me.
Yeah, Bruiser Brody looked like he beat the shit out of you, your mom, and your pops just for the hell of it.
And the thing where Brody would grab his left wrist with his right hand and then hold out that hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that upward palm. I mean, what the hell was
like
that?
a blade.
I mean, that was scary.
What was that thing he used to say? Like, he'd be like, huff, 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 huff. Yeah, something like that. Huff, huff.
Yeah.
Ask John Note about that. Gimmick infringement. Okay.
Also, you would see the stuff from him in Japan, and I think is he the first one to like terrorize the crowd, Bruiser Brody? Like,
I don't know if he's the first one, but
I don't know if he's the first, but he did it bad. I mean, he was brutal.
Because he actually started out in New Japan.
Oh, okay.
And then and then he was one of the guys that Inoki had like kind of did like a baseball trade.
And all Japan.
Yeah, sent him to All Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And because later, I think this is not confirmed, but this is a rumor. But I believe that Inoki called in that trade when he asked Baba for Vader for Leon White.
Really?
Because Leon White had started wrestling in All Japan, and and when they were discussing, because they discussed for the Vader gimmick, which was also another scary gimmick. They discussed initially having either the Ultimate Warrior, Sid Vicious, or Vader, or Leon White as to become Vader, and of course the rest is history. They definitely
the helmet was scary.
Yeah, the helmet, the idea of it. I mean, to me, Vader looked, especially that first costume, because it was all black with those like red cracks in it. It's like my idea was that it, that the headpiece was like this crazy top part of a spaceship that was like connected, or like some kind of crazy fortress that was built onto a black asteroid or meteor that was volcanic or something that crashes on Earth, and lands on some person, and out comes Big Van Vader. I mean, that was what came to mind when I.
Somebody should turn that into a screenplay right now.
I mean, yeah.
You know who was really great at terrorizing the crowd in that Bruiser Brody kind of way? Was Dump Matsumoto. If you watch the 80s All Japan Women stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There are a few times she like goes into the crowd with the little fake sword or whatever and just starts going through the whole audience, and people are running for their lives, and she's going all through the thing like causing mayhem, and it's pretty crazy.
Didn't Stan Hansen didn't Hansen go to the crowd with the big bullwhip and scare the shit out of everybody too?
Yep.
Yes.
Over in Old Japan?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. He was definitely a scary dude. I mean, he just had that look, and I mean, when he was a heel, he was, you know, he was a savage heel, but like when the few times when he was a face, you know, it's like, oh, thank God he's on our side, you know.
Yeah. Do you know it was supposed to be scary, but ended up being the least scary person? And I laughed my ass off because and they stuck him in a movie. Fucking Zeus.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
remember Zeus?
Oh yeah.
And he showed up in WCW as Z Gangster.
Oh God.
I was like, are you kidding? Is this guy supposed to be scary? I mean, you know, he's a funny actor and you know, it's cool, but that gimmick was not scary. Hogan tried to be shaking in his boots. I was more scared of Papa Shango than I was of Zeus. Okay, come on.
He be pounding his chest, the saliva. He's like, oh God.
Yeah, I'm like, really? And his eyes are crossed like a fucking idiot, you know?
That unibrow and all
like,
that.
yeah, I was dying to smack him in the back of the head so hard because, you know, I was dying to fix his eyeball, you know? I'm like, correct that shit.
Don't forget those like 5-inch lifts he had in those boots either.
Yeah, that's right.
He had like Kiss boots on.
Yeah, because you know he was supposed to be taller than Hogan. Remember?
That whole story was so goofy because he's in the movie The No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan, and then you're supposed to believe like he was unhappy with the ending of the movie.
Yeah, I was more scared of Stan Hansen in the movie. I was more scared of Stan Hansen coming out of the bathroom.
Stan Hansen is hilarious. Weenie. Yeah, teeny tiny wiener. That's teeny tiny wiener. Stan Hansen had a job to Zeus in that movie.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Hansen let me go, damn. Even the movie got a job to this asshole. I'm like, really? I'm like, come on, what is that?
You know, that's one of those times where you're like, wow, actually, somebody actually making Hogan look good.
Yeah, I know. Oh, my God. Damn.
You're the Hogan.
Yeah. But, you know, like, he wasn't scary at all. But I was scared because I thought, you know, the Samoans, I thought Abby, you know, I thought Bruiser Brody, he was a scary guy, you know. And, you know, I didn't think there were really any, you know, I thought Aja Khan was a little scary the first time I saw.
Oh yeah,
I thought Aja Khan because I love the makeup and the hair. I was like, holy shit, man, look at this. I was like, ooh, you know, and you know, like it was a great gimmick.
When Kevin Sullivan first went satanic.
Oh, him and the purple haze.
Yes.
Oh, that was Mark Lewin, right?
Yes, okay. And they were scary as fuck for me.
Yeah,
I mean, you talk about a guy talking about all this, you know, occult and satanic stuff, and I mean, he was into it. I mean,
he was walking around with the snake around his neck, and then the inverted cross pointed on his forehead.
Yeah, and with the running fallen angel.
Yeah. Oh my God! Damn, Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin Sullivan's pretty creepy in that stuff.
Yeah, he really was. And
you know,
creepy.
He was an outstanding wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
He was really good. And then he got heavy, and I think he hurt his back a little bit, and then he just he lost his mobility, and it just became just a asshole brawler after that.
Yeah,
and you know that the whole varsity team thing.
Oh yeah,
his vision for that, I've been told, was that it was supposed to be a more creepy gimmick than a sports, you know, kind of gimmick, because you know Jim Ross was, you know, he loved the college sports.
Oh yeah,
so you know he was always pushing these guys more as, you know, former sports athletes instead of crazy fucking.
Rick Steiner from Michigan. Right. You know, right.
Yeah, Danny Spivey from Georgia, and you know, of course,
Mike Rotundo from Syracuse.
Yeah, Dr. Death from Norman, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
But I mean, it's that it was supposed to be a scarier type thing, like where he actually kind of had these young impressionable guys under like his spell, but it never worked out. It would have worked out better if they hadn't have been guys that didn't have such established personas, because I think that because we all knew Mike Rotunda, we all knew Dr. Death.
Right.
Dan Spivey nobody cared about, but he was big. And then
nobody cared about Dan Spivey when he was back with the skyscrapers. Nobody cared about him.
Right. Because they tried to make him into Sid Vicious Jr. and he wasn't.
Right.
He was a brawler. He was never that strong.
Right.
He just never that kind of a big jack dude.
Nah.
And he never should have tried to be. They should have tried to make him.
He should have been Waylon Mercy from Jump.
No, they should have just made him fast. They should have just said, "Well, he's the fastest."
Right.
He's not. But I mean, that's what they should have said. He's the speed, and Sid is the brawn.
Yeah.
Because he almost killed some of those bigger guys. He tried to powerbomb by himself.
Oh, please.
Johnny Ace one time.
Oh shit.
So, but and of course, in the famous words of Bill Watts, WWF, the home of the macabre cartoon.
Yeah.
Or as he would say, macabre.
Yeah. Brutal. But, anyone scary for you, Pedro? Like, did anybody scare you?
I mean, I can't really say I ever saw wrestling that like where Gimmicks scared me. Like the Abdul the Butcher is the only thing that comes to mind. We already talked about seeing those pictures.
Yeah.
Because it just looked so, violent or whatever. But for a while, I was scared to watch the Terry Funk Sabu barbed wire match from ECW.
That's tough to watch.
Someone's arm gets ripped open.
Yeah. And he takes fucking duct tape. Tape.
So I was a little scared to watch that match for a while, but it wasn't. It was violent, but it wasn't as bad as I had been led to believe. Psycho Clown's push. That's the only thing I'm coming up with.
Some of the like Dave the Clown is very scary looking.
No, I said his push, not.
His push, damn. Yeah, Dave the Clown's a little bit nuts.
We're not gonna not have that as long as he's able to wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the Mexican Roman Reigns.
Oh, brutal. Brutal. Oh my God.
And
you said that Dave could legitimately be holding children hostage. I'm gonna see Dave the Clown in the episode of Law and Order SVU.
And I tell you, they're missing the boat. And I'm going to have to tell Vampiro at WrestleCade, I'm like, look, man, you got to put Monster Clown, Taurus, and Hijo del Vikingo together.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be, because they're all in that same kind of motif. Mm-hmm. Their gimmicks all look similar. I mean, you put those three together, that's one hell of a trios team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
When you mentioned Taurus, it popped in my head. Stephanie, my girlfriend, she is scared of like pretty much all the masked wrestlers. And
cool.
When she saw like a picture of Taurus, like I showed him, and she was kind of like, ah. So I guess he is.
Don't show a mentor.
I guess he is.
Or Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
You know who scared me as a kid too? Fucking Fabulous Moolah. She was just brutal looking. She looked like somebody's grandma. Like, didn't I tell you to eat your piece of carrot?
Oh, shit. She did look kind of like a cigarette smoking like grandmother.
Yeah, she was like one of those, 103-year-old, just like sitting on a porch with her legs open, a cigarette dangling from her mouth, and like a big bottle of hooch next to her. She's like, go, just go to my store, play my numbers.
I'll tell you another thing. When I went to the December 1997 Nitro in Charlotte, I went to go get a T-shirt during one match. I can't remember who was on. It was somebody I didn't like. And so I was like, I'm going to duck down and go grab a T-shirt. So we were on the upper level. I got down to the next level and turned the corner, and there's Perry Saturn, Raven, and the rest of the flock all in my face.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. And, of course, those guys are not quite, my height. And, but still, I mean, that was, grungy Perry Saturn in the hoodie and and I mean, so it was like, whoa, it was, and they just went on by, but, it was still, that was a jump scare.
Nice. He was scared by the former owner of Moppy.
What?
Well, he hadn't known Moppy yet.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
And he hadn't worn a dress yet.
Right. Well, I thought, not for nothing, Zeus. I thought him and Kronos were a hell of a tag team, man.
Oh yeah,
they were awesome at the Eliminators.
They were one of the last teams that did a lot of interesting double team moves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they really. I mean, a double elimination was good. I mean, that you talk about something that worked perfect, and when at Barely Legal, they destroyed the Dudleys. Dudleys didn't do shit in that match. They just got squashed for the titles. I can't remember the Dudleys ever getting their asses kicked like they did. And they worked really well together. I thought they could have had more potential, but once again, injuries and different things, their paths just went in different directions at one point. So, but and then some of the other luchadors that they kind of missed the boat on, Halloween.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
Halloween and Damien.
Yep.
Bestia 666.
Yep.
He's very creepy looking.
Yes.
That face paint is amazing. I love seeing his stuff, and and like you said, I mean, Damien, goes way back, 20 years or more, being a scary type of wrestler that they just kind of missed out on.
YYH was mentioning Su Young.
Yes.
Before I actually saw footage of her, and I was just seeing like sort of weird grainy pictures of her on Twitter and stuff, like on the indies with like sort of poorly lit venues and like her gimmick and like fake blood everywhere. That looked scarier than when, like, say, I finally got to see her, like, say, on TV or something, and it was like, too much light hurts the gimmick almost. But
right, yeah, that's very true. I was
afraid of Kendo Nagasaki when I was a kid too. Yeah, because he used to spit out that remix. That was the first time I ever saw that miss being spit out, and I was like, "What the hell is this guy? He's got a fucking stick, and then he's gonna swing at you, and then somebody's gonna spit some green shit at you." I'm like, "Oh hell no, not me!" He was a bit of a little scary.
And we have to clarify, this is Japanese Kendo Nagasaki because we watched English Kendo Nagasaki, and I'm sure in the old English wrestling.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So those are two different guys, and he's
like a Gary Hart Kendo Nagasaki. There you go.
Yeah, and so Kendo Nagasaki was also one of the older guys that that Muto traveled with a bit in Texas and in WWC. They were a tag team there when Muta was White Ninja and Super Black Ninja. So yeah, and then he was Dragon Master in WCW.
No, I remember that. Oh. Yeah,
Well, I mean, it was like, nobody had ever tried a, kind of a Yakuza kind of a guy before, and it was always cool because I always thought it was cool because he would walk backwards behind everybody to the ring, make sure nobody got jumped from behind, which was one of those understated things. But I think Kevin Sullivan could have done some cool shit with
him and Ethan Effort. That's it.
Cyclope and
they could have done a lot of stuff. Especially, they tried to do some stuff with La Parka, didn't they? I mean, because he was over a lot. He was over a lot in WCW.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, anybody that's going to hit Disco Inferno with a chair
is
instantly over.
Yeah, that's true. I love Disco. I loved him.
I mean, just a skeleton wrestler is going to get over. I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's true. I thought it was good stuff. I'm still waiting for that deranged, nasty, scary, real sick individual gimmick. Like they tried to do it with Mankind back in the day. I remember his early promos. Like he was holding a rat in his hand and all that shit. Right. They tried it, but I guess they didn't want to go too dark with it. I want somebody to really get deep, like real deep. And I think Lucha Underground's a place where it can happen.
Oh, yeah. Matanza is scary.
He's almost something like on that level. I think you're on the right track, Zeus. On that level, but like real, just void of emotion.
Like Marty to the next level?
Right, yeah, exactly. Because Marty's not scary; he's just sick as fuck.
Yes, he is.
In a good way. So
yes.
It's a great gimmick, and I love Marty the Mob. But like that, just like that, like have him totally void, almost like a Michael Myers type of character, but like really deranged, like there's nothing holding him back, and he destroys everything in the past. He doesn't need a reason. He doesn't make sense, and you can't make sense out of him. He just destroys. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You so
I didn't put any quote unquote Modelo next to me today. I forgot all about it.
I'm not drinking today. I'm on new heart medication, so I
oh my god.
Yeah, so no beer this week, but next week's a different story.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the next truckload from Papa Cueto myself.
Yes, please. I'm thirsty.
So next week we may have a special horror guest. I don't want to say who it might be because
it may not happen.
But it's Vanilla Ice. No, I'm kidding.
He'll be busy trick or treating, so it's hard to get him away from the kiddies in the streets. Oh my God, that didn't even sound right, did it?
No, but we may have a special guest lined up that everybody knows and loves, and if not, that's probably what we're going to tackle is some good and bad, terrible, wonderful, scary movies next week.
All the scary movies that we love and we love to hate. All scary stuff.
Like
all scary stuff.
Like the Just Incredible biography.
or the John Laurinaitis story.
Oh, God.
I married a Bella's mom. Pedro, come on, man. That's like scary. I'm about to go scary at my neighbor in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go outside and just chair shot the bastard.
My God! What?
You guys, I'll send you one of those hand painted chairs from. Actually, no, hey, real quick.
Hand-painted chairs by who?
Hand-painted chairs for sale. What?
Hey,
Where?
real quick. One of the coolest and scariest things I saw, the first ECW show I went to, Balls and Axel came to the ring with hand-painted chairs. And they wrestled their match, and then they end up getting shit beat out of them by the Dudleys, and Balls is just bleeding like a pig. I mean, just everywhere. And he takes one of the chairs and wipes his head up the seat and on the back, and then gave it to a fan.
Holy shit, that's hot.
Yeah, I was covered in blood. I was like, oh my God, that's hardcore.
That is hardcore.
I was like, that's too much DNA and plasma.
I think the bloodiest one I've ever saw at the ECW show, I saw Ian and Axel go at it.
Oh, man.
And I didn't see the Taipei match, but there was another match where I don't know if you can call it a weapons match, technically. They were just grabbing shit from the fans, from the stands, from underneath the ring, from the rafters, all kinds of shit. And they two busted open. I mean, like, the whole ring was completely, almost like red. It was disgusting. But it was good shit.
Oh, hey, and big shout out to Pedro, man. That art was just
man. Good stuff, Pedro.
Oh,
that
thank
was
you.
great. Love the Undertaker and the parkas and the Samoans. And,
I was staring at Alpha Seeker. I was like, why the hell are you looking at me? You know, that was good stuff.
Yeah, that was fantastic art, man. Love that.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. YYHH, Meef, what up? And Zero's our hero. You know, I just want to say what's up to you guys and hello to everybody listening. And a big shout out again to Dante and the Way Too Real Lucha Click Lucha Party. You know, hope everything goes well soon. And of course, a big shout out to the MMM show.
Yes. Justin, Byron, me, Casey, everyone at the MMM show.
Yes,
Jimmy,
sir.
Jimmy D.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Marvel
Yeah, me. I want to hear all about it on the podcast, brother.
Yeah, man, me too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm gonna break it down.
All right, happy weekend, everybody.
Everybody have a good weekend. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us in the chat. And we'll see you next week when scary movies is our topic.
Horror movies, scary movies. Woo. We'll see y'all next week. Adios.
Peace.